Vlog for today. Date 27th, which is actually yesterday. Title of my blog was Waiting. Isaiah 40, just an absolutely wonderful passage of scripture. Isaiah it's more like a poetry session, or it's more like poetry. More like poetry session with the man who knew God and understood Him far better than most, even by today's standards. He paints this incredible picture through words, trying to expound on the characteristics of an amazing being, one, in truth, we are barely just learning about. This is often one of the most quoted chapters that I know of. Many parts are spoken of in songs and in sermons, through worship and in different types of songs. Perhaps one of the most quoted of this sections of this passage is verse 31. It says, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They will walk and not grow weary. They will run and not faint." This is one of those promises that comes with a requirement. You know, like the promise of salvation, it's not a given. It requires action on our part. They have a name for those, and I even looked it up, and I can't remember what they're called. But anyway, that particular type of verse where there's a promise that comes with action, there's a term for it, but I can't remember. Anyway, it's not important. But for us, in fact, there's 4 promises in this verse. First of all, though, let's ask the question: what does he mean by wait on God? What is it? What does it mean to wait on God? My first thoughts are, first thing that came to my mind was like a waiter, someone who brings you your meal and your drinks and so on, someone who's there to serve you, like in a restaurant. And maybe it's to know that he's returning and I am waiting for that day. Could it be that I'm just to learn patience through waiting? I don't know. The rest of the verse implies that there's a time frame to it, a time part to it, that I will lose strength, I will walk and I will run. These are all parts of things that happen in time, over a period of time. It's implied that I will grow weary or faint. Then this is an indication that, in fact, we are talking about time frame, a space and time. Meaning that God is delaying His return to me. And I'm instructed to wait. That's really tough. None of us like to wait. We live in a microwave, instant, right now period of time in the history of mankind. We like things done right away. When I was a kid, supper took 2 hours to cook. It was a process. If you ordered something through like a Sears catalog or through a store or something like that, 2-3 weeks, a month before you get it. If you order something now through like Amazon, you can get it in a couple of days, sometimes within 48 hours. So it's really, everything today is hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, and God is telling us to wait. So one of the first things that come to my mind, though, is how is it that I have a choice? It's so funny. It says they that wait. It's like, well, do I have a choice? God is God. He's big. He's huge. He's powerful. He's all-consuming. He is God. He's the one that chooses for me to wait, not me. But I think there's more to it than just the waiting part. And when we see the word wait, we always think of it as a time thing, and it's not necessarily a time thing. A lot happens during waiting. We learn, we grow, we get smarter, we can also become more impatient. We can also become more frustrated. So waiting upon God, there's a lot more to it than just the fact that we're here and He's not here yet. He hasn't returned yet. The Hebrew word for wait in this instance is, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but it appears to be pronounced kavar. Okay, it means several things based upon the root word of waiting. So it does teach us. Does this teach us any more? Yeah, because these alternate meanings are all tied to the singular piece of the word wait. and their various meanings. It's like if you look up a word in the dictionary, it may have several different meanings, but they're all kind of tied together. In this case, the word kavar can mean wait eagerly, hope for, expect. See, those are three that are different but the same. But the one I like the most is to linger, which goes back to the waiter. The ideal of an eager waiter, okay, that is never far from their patron, and kind of like that, I want to eat, I want to linger nearby, I want to be close as I wait. And how does that apply to love? Since this is a blog about love, well, maybe it's one of the ways that we can love God back. Being patient and waiting. Just a thought.